Hi, good morning everyone. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the biggest topic of today, which is about how to apply for Canada, especially how to apply outside work permit for Canada. So as you see, all I did is just went to Google and I typed in how to apply for work permit outside Canada. All right, so let's go in. You have to make sure you go to the www.canada.ca website, because there are going to be so many websites, so many consistent websites and all that. But you have to make sure you click on the website which says canada.ca. That's the one is the real website. You have to go enter the real information. So as I said, here is your information that we need today. Okay, so here you go. In the starting, it tells me overview, table of content, applying for a work permit outside Canada, overview before you apply, and what documents you have to gather before you even apply. Before you even think about to apply, you have to read the list. So one thing I have to tell you is you have to have an offer letter from an employer. You have to have the job offer from an employer from Canada in order to apply for a work permit outside Canada. Without any job offer, you cannot apply for any work permit, especially for work visa. Like this is the common knowledge. This is the common sense. You have to think about it. How can you work in Canada without an employer? You cannot. You have to have job offer in order to apply for the work visa. That's how you get the approval from the government of Canada, from the IRCs, from Immigration of Canada. So first of all, what documents do I need? What documents do we need to apply for it? Use the document checklist IMM 5488 to help you gather the information and supporting documents needed to apply for a work permit. Some migration officer may need supporting documents specific to a country or territory. For more information, check application to work in Canada page. You can go into that for more information, but today we're just going to check some all the documents and all the forms that we need to fill out, and we have to file with our application of work visa, work permit file. First one is, they say, proof of identity ID, which is passport, a valid passport, or a travel document that guarantees that you re-enter the country or territory that issued it. For example, if you are a citizen of India, you have to make sure you have a valid passport of India, which can allow you back in your country, and two photos of yourself and accompanying family member that meet the visa application photograph specification. Okay, you have to make sure you get the photos done according to the specification on this website. So you have to go into that to check the specification, or you can just go to canada.ca and check in the specifications about photos for work visa or for any visa in Canada. Note, if you need to give biometrics information, you do not need the photos. Well, that's up to you. And the second one is proof of employment in Canada. So what are the proofs you need? As I said, either you need LMI or either you need the LMIA, exempt work permit, offer of employment number. So you need one of those. And proof of that you're eligible for the job. For example, a valid Canadian provincial or territory trade certificate, or past work experience outlined in a resume. Okay, so third one is a copy of the Quebec acceptance CAQ. That one you only need if you're going to apply for the Quebec area. If you're applying for a employer under in Quebec area. Right. Proof of relationship in that if you are married, you're gonna need a marriage certificate and a birth certificate of the accompanying family members. If you're applying with your spouse, you need the marriage certificate of both of your marriage. Either you're applying with your parents, you need the birth certificates of your family members. If you are a common law relationship and your partner will come to Canada, you must fill out the statutory declaration of common law union. So that form, you can note it down. That statutory declaration of common law form, IMM 5409. That one you need to fill just in case if your common law partner or common law relationship partner is coming to Canada with you after you. And the other one is other documents. In that, if you are not a citizen of the country where you are applying, you must send a proof of your present immigration status in that country or territory. Right? If the government that issued your passport or travel documents require a re-entry permit, you must receive it before you apply it for work permit. You may need to give us more documents. Yeah, if your immigration officer or your visa officer request you some more documents, you may have to provide more documents. Alright, this one comes under for those who are going to apply for the Quebec. I'm not applying for the Quebec, so I'm not going for that. Or you can read the information and all the necessary requirements on canada.ca. And translation of documents. If your documents are not in English or French, then you may have to get the translation done by an authorized person, and make sure that translation is not done by yourself because that will not be approved. So make sure you get that done from an authorized person who is authorized to do the notarization or who is authorized specially to do the translation. For example, there should be certified translator. Or either you can attach an affidavit as it says on the website. It could be a notary public, a commissioner of oaths, a commissioner of taking affidavits. Right, and certified true copies. Well, that's what it's supposed to say on the affidavit. If you're going to apply for a or attach affidavit with your document of translation, then make sure you attach affidavit saying something like that, that I certainly this true copy of the original document, and name of the document, date of the certificate, their name, position, title, and their signature for sure. And who can certify copies? Well, as I said, notary public and all that. Okay, so this is our step 2, which was our main point of the video today. Fill out the application. How you would fill out the application. For filling the application, you need forms as well as the documents we talked about. So the documents were the passport, your photos, birth certificate of yourself, and marriage certificate if you're married, and declaration, statutory form, as well as if you need translation. And this is our second step. Fill out the application. Fill out the application. This is the very first step, which you have to be very careful about, because lots of people do, they fill out the form but they fill out the wrong information, and if you fill out the wrong information, that might end up delaying your file. Application for work permit made outside of Canada, IMM 1295. Okay, and then there is a document checklist. Let's go to that so we can check what kind of documents we need. I think this is going to be same as we read. Any document from IRCC, make sure you read each and every word carefully, and you have to understand each and every word just in case, so you wouldn't file something wrong or some wrong information. Document checklist for work permit applied outside Canada. this checklist is one of the forms that you need to submit with your application. So this is one of the forms that you're going to need to submit with your application, as well as with the other forms you're going to need to file this form too. Consult the instruction guide IMM 5487 to find out if you're required to provide some of the all forms. Just in case if you're not sure that probably you have to file all these forms, you can go to the IMM 5487 on Google, and you will find out if you need to file all these forms or not, or which criteria you fall under. Okay, if your documents are in a language other than English, as we said, that needed to be translated from a notarized person, authorized person. If any of the required documents listed below are missing, the processing of your application could be delayed. Well, we all know that. Gather your documents in order of the checklist and check each item.